You won't So I recorded almost 20 minutes of a video and my phone fucking dies. Anyways, it's kind of annoying that my video cut off because I had like the perfect, it was so good. But anyways, there's always like the second try. You don't get it right the first time, you do it again. So, to redo all of this, I want you guys to know, this is an introduction video to my own kind of podcast or my own vlogs. This is called Zøë'z Røøm. Anyways, welcome to my room. Now that I've rambled and yapped as much as I have, I want to get more into who I am. My name is Zøë'z and I am a 25-year-old trans woman. I was born in Gardena, California, raised in Compton. I went to a bunch of different schools growing up. I used to move around quite a bit, going to different people's houses and staying there for some nights. My mom was a single mother. I am a single father of this little baby boy right here. Yeah. He talks to me so much, every day. Look at him. He's just so entitled. He's a beautiful little guy. From what you can see, there's, I'm sitting on a bed and then here's my tapestry. I've had this for almost, I'm 25 now. I've had it for almost I'm about to be 25 in like 3 weeks. But I've had this tapestry for about 5 years now. And I am, excuse me, burping. I am a transgender woman. It's weird saying transgender woman for myself because I still haven't accepted the woman part, the womanhood aspect of it, but I am accepting of who I am. I feel more connected to the term non-binary. I made this channel to initially be a space of like tarot readings and more eclectic and esoteric vibes, and I wanted to connect with more of the spiritual community, even the LGBT community, especially the LGBT community. In this corner, a lot of people see this. A lot of people that aren't supporters, they'll see a lot of negatives rather than the positives. They'll project and they'll stress the importance of man and woman and oh, you're not this and oh, you're not that, without actually seeing the person for who they are. So many times you'll get homophobic slurs from people that look just like you, and the ones that don't look like you have their own stories. You know, they'll probably lust after you. You see a lot of people lust after people with melanated skin and all of this, but I noticed so many times after going online, because I wanted to do more research on other transgender POCs. You search it up and you barely see any. You can scroll all you want to. It's like it might show like Beyondra Mitchell, which they're an amazing, they look beautiful. And there's this other one, this other girl, I can't remember. I followed a few of them, but you don't really see many of us, if at all. Like you'll see more Caucasian, you'll see some Asian, but the main demographic that's being kind of pushed onto mainstream media and all these people is literally just Caucasians. I'm not gonna say like white, black, or refer to anyone as that because it's just colorism. It's my own beliefs. You do as you wish though, but you see more of a Caucasian demographic kind of pushed into the algorithm and pushed onto people, and being POC, you want more representation. We want more representation for us because, you know, you don't really get that, you know. In our family, we're taught, like, go to church. If you don't go to church, you're a sinner. You're not a believer of a Christian church. You're damned to hell. But that's a black and white perspective. There's so much more in this world that we can connect with rather than just the same thing. And even if you do connect with that and you still see the color, I'm happy for you. I'm not shunning you at all. But from what I was taught growing up is that one thing's right and another thing's wrong, even from people that weren't my same skin tone, that were in that community, that just kind of, you know, looked at queerness and seen so many aspects of people just being themselves as negative. And it's hard to grow up like that. It's hard to be in a position or in a space where you're not valued. A lot of people won't acknowledge it. It's hard to leave those spaces, but if we want to grow and crack out of that egg, you have to leave that environment, because it's like hatching a duckling egg in an alligator swamp. When the alligators prey on the ducklings and the ducks, you know, you'll get eaten up. You'll get eaten alive if you're not transferred properly. You know what I'm saying? I wanted this channel to focus on my own personal life and my own likes, my interest in connecting with an environment and connecting with individuals, and I wanted to say entourage, but not entourage, but connect with people that are like me, that understand, you know.
Accept the experience, appreciate the experience,
Here's my
learn how to
brother.
move on from things that don't serve
He wanted to say hi again. It's like his second introduction. He's almost 2 years old, guys. Look at him. Absolute fucking unit. Boom. Look at his pretty face. Look at this bubba. He just wants to move around. No, not your butthole in the camera. Thank you. But anyways, he's my only cat. He's my baby. I love him to death. I've been healing my own inner child because of him. The things that I had gone through as a child and my teen years, somewhat reflected in my own habits and my own actions. So being shown these actions about myself and about the adults that were taking care of me as a child, I had to face some very harsh truths that circulate around sexuality, that circulate around being free, because so much in our community, or in my own community, I can't speak for everybody, but a lot of times it can be very constricting, you know. A lot of parents whip their children rather than talking to them, and some things, he put his hands on a girl, whoop his ass. There's certain offenses that should not be done, and definitely they deserve some kind of consequence, repercussion to their actions. So doing that to an animal is just a repetition, but they found another means to get the same thing done. It's just gross. You shouldn't hate on another person either, just because of their sexual identity, their orientation, their gender identity, how they wish to dress, and how they perceives themselves as a bad bitch or anything. Like, sure, go ahead. If it's positive, go ahead. As long as you're not shitting on anybody for it, you know? As long as you're just being genuine at the end of the day and loving the best way that you can. Sure, we're all gonna be dickheads sometimes, but that doesn't mean you go out of your way to be a dickhead to somebody else just because you don't agree with what they're doing, you know? It's like calling somebody a sinner or a demon just because they practice like occult sciences, right? And if you see somebody wearing like the St. Peter's cross, which is the upside down cross, most people will see that as demonic, but they don't know that St. Peter was also a disciple of Yahshua. You know, it's just all a perspective thing. I feel like a lot of people forget that. one singular way of life is not the entire truth, because there are many different paths to walk in life. Billions of paths, if we're being honest, because there are billions of human beings that take different paths. They make different choices every day. I've been mending a relationship because we went through a bit of a harsh struggle this past year with an eviction and the loss of not like a death loss, but a relationship disconnect with me and my ex-girlfriend, which separated him from his sister, or yeah, and he's just kind of been on his own. He's just been around me. Everywhere I go, he goes. Everywhere he wants to go, anywhere, anytime, I open the door for him. I let him do whatever he wants to. He's a little lover boy. I love him beyond life, beyond death. I am orphanized or orphan. My mom passed away and my father was never really around. Not at all, to be honest with you. I have very little memories of him, and even my siblings, my blood-related siblings. I am not as communicative with my family as much, and it's very sad sometimes, but there were a lot of reasons why I backed away from a lot of family members, and in due time, in some coming videos, I'll explain all of that and dive deeper into my own backstory with like themes for every, for every video. I love to draw. I love music. I'm a musician, I'm a visual artist. I don't do any online, I don't do any digital art. I make physical, like drawings, paintings. I love drawing. I have sketchbooks, sketch pads full of hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm working on right now. This is just my own personal book. I got this book from Target. Just a regular sketchbook, sketch pad. And I painted the cover, so I added my own thing to it. I made my own language. I went on Pinterest and put shit together, the whole shebang. So, the name of this book is 𝓹Welcøme. And down here is my name, Zøë'z. And I spell my name differently on here than what it actually is in the English translation, obviously. But I want to show you guys a few of my drawings, or a couple of them. So the first one that I did in this book was this. Just somebody getting kicked in the face. That was just from this one book that I have in my room that's based off of anime and manga drawings and characters. This one is a kind of version of me. I'm gonna get this tattooed. This is gonna be our symbol for my channel. It's like the the symbol for transgender, or the symbol for the genders, and then you have spirit, water, fire, air, and earth. That's I made it specifically that way because of how I see my body as being a manifestation of all of the elements, or all 5 elements. So you have the spirit, the soul of the human being. You have the fire, which is the passion that burns within, the fire that lights the way, which is my left hand, which is why I have a dragon right here. And the number 7 too. Number 7 is very significant, and we'll get into that later. Well, I'll briefly explain it. So the 7 is a representative of, in Kemetic purposes, the number 7 represents completion. 7 days of the week, 7 heroes of the goddess Sekhmet which I'm not attached to in any way. I'm kind of afraid to connect with her, to be honest with you. But in some time I might end up doing it. The 7 deadly sins, the 7 heavenly virtues, the 7 universal laws, 7 major planets in somebody's birth chart, the 7 astrological days of the week, 2121, as I said that. You know, it's a whole thing. 7s are huge. On my right hand, we have the air, which is the divine knowledge, which I give out. You can maximize the fire by blowing it, like blowing air. Air can put out fire, fire can heat up the air. The ideas that I want to bring into this reality kind of get filtered through, like writing, through drawing. I write songs, I write poetry, I write books, I write stories, I write short stories, I write comics, you know. I just love creating. It's just me. My left leg has a spider on it, so I dedicated this one to Earth. And then my right leg has no tattoos just yet, but it's gonna be water bathed. And at the center of my back, I'm gonna have that sigil, so that way it goes up into each one of them, and you know it does a little thing. So aside from that, here's another drawing that I did. The hands, I'm not too good at drawing hands yet. Faces and bodies are so fucking cool to draw. I'm gonna be careful showing, actually I can't show you guys these because they are not safe for work. But I have like another journal full of drawings. 1 second. Oh yeah, I did this piece sometime last year while I was in my last apartment. It was supposed to be based off of an OC that I made for my that drawing is supposed to be an OC that I made for a comic that I'm working on. So this is my other sketchbook. I've had this, you can see I taped it and it's still falling apart. I've had this for almost about 3 years. About 3 years now. And some of the sketches in this are just still starters and trying to get, you know, the flow going. There's a dragon that I drew. First page to my comic. I've done like a lot of kind of word art and a bit of abstract drawings, and before I could really do faces I was drawing this, and this is Rurouni Kenshin from an anime that I really, it's Kenshin Himura from Rurouni Kenshin. And then I did this. This is still a work in progress, but you see, like, if you look closer, there's so much in here. Like, you can't really, it's like its own world, it's abstract. No, Bubba, not right now. I love you, but this is still a work in progress. I'm most likely gonna finish this one before I finish the other one. But, it's like part 1, part 2 type shit. I made this page to connect with the community. To connect with people that are like-minded, that look like me too. Because not oftentimes do you see somebody that looks like you and actually understands that we're not all perfect and we're not supposed to all be perfect, you know? I'm not gonna do all 40 stages of these hair care, skin care shit because of this one person telling me that it's recommended, obviously, you know? But their skin color, or their skin isn't like mine. So how am I gonna take their advice when I have a different genetic makeup? I use natural soaps, I use natural deodorant, I use natural shit, just plant-based. I'm not here to project the type of image of being trans or being gay or being straight or being spiritual, because I'm not a perfected image. If anything, I don't really, like, a lot of times I don't want people to look up to me, but then at the same time, it's kind of like, I take it as a kind of compliment, you know. I don't take it personally, like, oh, I'm all high and mighty and shit, but I'm not perfect, nor will I ever claim to be on this account. My pronouns, they, them, she, her, he, him, whatever you guys want to call me. Z. I prefer if people call me just Z or Zøë'z. That'd be cool. I'm exploring, like, what I like, what I dislike, my interests, what really drives me, you know? And I'm really interested in seeing people explore that as well. So if anything, I just want to be an influence to people that are on this journey as well, that really need somebody to, you know, connect with and just be free for a few minutes, or to talk about something really fucking serious and get deep, giggity. I really like manga. I really like anime. The first manga that I got, dude, oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys about this book. Okay, so there is this book. If ever you guys have the money, find like a manga store, a comic store, if they have this book, buy it and read it from front to back, because it was so fucking good. This right here, it's called It Takes a Wizard. Black and white. I'm gonna show you guys some of the artwork in here, dude. This whole book was so fucking crazy. Like, I read it front to back, and I'm probably gonna go through again and read it because it's so fucking cool. And it, like, it's about an alchemist, somebody that creates, and how, I'm not gonna spoil it, just fucking read it, okay? I have It Takes a Wizard, I have Naruto, the first 2 chapters or the first 2 books, these 2, and I have Bleach. Now, Naruto the show, I finished that show like 2 times. Did I skip a lot of fillers? Maybe. Don't shit on me for it though. But what I will say is that I did finish it. I finished Dragon Ball. Like, Dragon Ball is the anime for me, the manga. Like, it is not perfect, but the fan manga, if you know ball, Dragon Ball Kakume is fucking peak. It is peak, and nobody can tell me different. I love anime, and I might go on rants about this shit on my page. So, forewarning. Love you guys. Also, I am a stoner. I like weed, which brings me to my next kind of topic. I'm gonna go outside and smoke in a bit, and soon, I don't know what time it is, to be honest with you. It's 2:26, so around like 5-6 a.m. I'm gonna go to the park, and I'm gonna do a skating vlog too, like of me and my friend, because I go to the park sometimes, where I used to go every fucking time I woke up and just go skate around for like a few hours, get my blood pumping, watch the sunrise, and smoke a little bit. And it's been a very welcome release for myself. So one day I'm going to make a skate vlog and post it on this channel. But I think that's cool for a little intro for you guys. So if you guys like what you see and you guys fuck with me, I'm not really good at these intros and outros, so please forgive me. Please, I fucking suck. But eventually it'll get easier. But make sure you guys like and subscribe and comment. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it right here, folks. So let's bless you all and walk with me. Love you guys.